Hey, Blessed Tribe, it's Coach Jess. I'm back again with another mental health motivational word. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. I do have my fan on. It's hot. I just got out the shower. I did that facial routine, and I hope that the sound and everything is good, okay? So, if this is your first time coming to my channel, I get on here each and every day, and I give you guys a mental health motivational word. Just sow some positivity into your life because I know that it is hard working on your healing, dealing with the childhood trauma, and just keeping a good face and not only just looking the part but actually internally feeling happy and joyous. So that is my life's purpose by getting on here. So welcome if this is your first time, and if you are a returning subscriber, you already know what you about to get, okay? So, on yesterday, I was feeling extremely exhausted. God had me on several different assignments. He had me just learning different skills and tools and strategies that I can bring back to my own personal business. And I know my God divine purpose of why I'm placed in certain assignments and certain environments in this season in my life. God has me in certain environments to love on myself, to get the adequate support, to get the womanly encouragement and motivation that I need to be able to trust people and be able to open up to that vulnerability and femininity that's deep down inside of me. Okay. And then he have me in other departments to learn about the business, to learn about commercialism, to learn about just working with the public, what the public needs, just paying attention to some household things that's going on from an observer standpoint. So I want you to be thinking about in your own life, how is God allowing you to be able to be used in different environments, and what is your purpose there? Why are you supposed to be there? So you won't get distracted by the negativity and the misconduct or the mistreatment that you're going through. You will be able to stick to God's plan of why he have you there. And then when it's time's up, everything has an expiration date. So including if you're being treated poorly in your relationship, in your marriage, in your household, or within your job assignment, or within a business partnership, or whatever it may be. If you're feeling like you are not being treated fairly or whatever, God is saying, listen, this is a new season for you, and he has you there for a reason. And as soon as you get the lesson, you can be out of there. It's just that simple. And the word that I got today, it came because I was driving down the road and I was extremely tired. So God knew he needed to do something to catch my attention. So a butterfly ended up running into my car, and I looked back and it had kind of like, I guess it died. And God was revealing to me, Jessica, I'm an empath, so I could feel like when the butterfly hit my car, I was like, oh, cringing, because I could feel it. As an empath, you could feel even nature's emotions, animals' emotions and things like that. Like, you can feel God just gave you a certain gift where you can just have a special level of compassion for other people. So I just was feeling like, oh man, why the butterfly had to hit my car, right? So God was using that experience to show me, Jessica, you don't have as much time as you think. So, Blessed Tribe members, whatever you are set forth to do in this earthly realm, you don't have as much time as you think to get it done. It's time for you to act. Now it's time for you to go boldly with authority that God gave you, and it's time for you to press forward and do all the things that he told you to do in the kingdom. With that being said, it lit a fire under me, because I was like, whew, I understand that I'm just passing through here on borrowed time, and I always understand that. I always understand how valuable time is, especially now with my mother transition. Somebody who I thought would be able to see me get my master's, would be able to see me raise London, would be able to see me purchase my first home, and be happily married and things like that. The person that I prayed, or I didn't even imagine wouldn't be here, God showed me that time is of an essence. And even with this demonstration with this butterfly, he reminded me on today, even though things look good, even though you're pressing forward in the kingdom, even me, I don't have as much time to get the book published or whatever he have me to do. I have to put the fire under myself to say things can be changed in an instant. Your life can be taken away in an instant. So get started today, this week, this month, this year. Certain goals or certain things that he have you do, you have to do prep work. You might have to go to school. You might have to take a course. You might gotta get into an online course or get into a trading program. You might have to apply for a license here. You may have to do certain things. But God says, start today, this week, this month or this year. Whatever he have you to do, if it takes a long period of time, start planning on next year. If you need some things to get in place for next month or next week, the things you could be working on a weekly basis to eventually get you to the place where he needs you to be. He said the time is now. Okay. So the word that I got out of all of that with the butterfly, Holy Spirit was just reminding me that as you press play and you begin to do the things that you know you were birthed here to do, it's going to roll over and rain on your family in a positive way. This is going to encourage and light the fire up under everybody connected to you, to make sure that they are plowing for and doing what God say to do in this earthly realm through them and their families. So I wanted to, God just brought back my memory, even just my two sisters. We have never been the family's top pick. We have never been the family's, oh, they're going to be successful. Oh, they're going to be the first family millionaires. We have never been that high ranking in our family. We've always been cool. We've always been the cool cousins, the cool people. We dressed nice. And, you know, my grandma looked out for us the best she could with absent parents and things like that. But we have never been the world's or the family's top pick. We were considered the underdogs. As I think about my own life coach, we were considered the underdogs in our family. We were considered the ones that would have the high teenage pregnancy rate. We would be the ones that would be considered the high dropout of high school, not really graduate, you know, end up in the ghettos on public assistance, not really complete the programs that we start. In my family, we were those type of sisters. But God say, Jessica, you stepping forth and doing the things that you know that you're supposed to do as the chosen one of the bloodline, it is raining off on your sisters. And it's going to rain off on other people that I'm not even connected to. But just in my own family, God say, look how your sister is now beginning to look at her gift for her poetry and her extreme coupon. And my oldest sister, she is like an extreme couponist. Like, she know how to go to the store, get a whole bunch of stuff and pay 1 cent for it, or no dollars. I don't know how to do it. She tried to teach it to me. It racks the front of my brain. I can't. She tries to teach me, but I'm just like, listen, that's your gift. You have learned the strategies. God has allowed you to be able to use that skill. And she's now teaching other women how to save money, making their monthly resources go further as single parents. She has 4 children, and she's doing something to give back to her community. And I don't contribute that to me, but as I speak to her, she's like, I'm just so in love with your mind, how you just think about how to make things more positive and more gracious and working for my good and also helping servicing other people. So to me, I think that's a brilliant thing. I don't know how to do it, but that's something that she knows how to do, and she does it well. She shops for me, shop for other family members, and she is helping educate other women in that department of how to save a coin, okay? So my other sister, my younger sister, she is a mother of 3, and she does hair. She does a fabulous job. I can get on here. I can jump in the shower, do a facial routine. I don't have to worry about my hair. And she's able to make people feel beautiful. She's able to give people more confidence, allow people to set aside resources to sow into themselves so that they can have more free time with their kids. They don't have to worry about protective styles. She knows how to just make women feel beautiful by just changing their everyday look. She's like so creative. God say, look at how I have blessed your bloodline. You've been sitting in that bloodline and you didn't even know the things that existed for you and your sisters. Sometimes negative experiences like the absence of a parent will pull siblings closer together like never before so that they can begin to expand themselves and go beyond what they ever thought they could do while their parents were here. So God just was revealing to me, Jessica, your family, what you're doing is raining off on your family. You're motivating other people to press play and start being active in the kingdom. Begin to service the community. Okay, enough with that. So I just thought it was so good that, you know, generational curses and stigmatisms and stereotypes and all that stuff have been dismissed from my family, because everything's not perfect, but things are getting better, and I can see it with my own eyes. And as I was driving home, I got the word that you are a superstar. So the person is watching this video. You are a superstar in your family, even in the world, even in your area of what you are pressing forth to do in the kingdom. You are a superstar in that area. God just revealed it to me because I saw a star, and above that star, it was a rainbow coming out of the star. It was a 5-point star, and I looked up the definitions of what a spiritual star could represent, and it said that a spiritual star could represent being a beacon of hope. You're magical, you are inspiring, you are full of positivity, and you are happy. And as I was just thinking about this, I was like, these are all the things that define me. Even my sister just giving me that encouragement, not really just piping me, but just being honest and vulnerable. Like, I'm in love with your mind and how you think and how positive you are about negative situations, how resilient you are, and just how you think about things differently like no one else. And to me, that represented magical. That represent magic. When they say black girls have black magic, black girl magic, that's what they mean. When you are able to take a negative thing, a thing that's held down generations before you, and you're able to switch it and flip it to make it work for your good. So if you are resonating with this word, God say that you are valuable, you are important, and to be valuable means that you are worth a great deal of money. This is Google's definition of value. It says you are valuable, you're worth a great deal of money, you are important. This is what God told me, that I'm valuable, you're valuable, I'm important, you're important. And when Google say important means great significance and likely to have success. And the definition actually said profound success. So that means you're more likely than not to have success. So you're going to be successful. You are worth lots of money. And to me, when I think about money, I'm not only thinking about the dollar you spend, but to me, I equate value and peace and happiness and joy and prosperity and love and patience, all of those things that the Bible tells us that we need to be. That's what I equate money with. So I don't only just want the money, I want the money with a peace of mind, with the know-how to be able to sow into other people's lives and give back. And you mean the world to God. These were the 3 things that he told me when I began to journal about seeing the star and what it represented. So he said that you mean the world to him. So even though people don't see your value, even though you don't even see your value, because God gave me some things to journal about tonight that really just shook my boots. So he doesn't just give you prosperity messages and use you and things like that just for your glory, but he also makes you work on your own healing. He also makes you face those dark challenges and things that's coming up from your past that you didn't even know was still lingering around. He'll have you working on those things, and it's hard, it's challenging, it's scary, but you must face it, okay? So he says he has something cooking for you. You have no idea. So he has something special cooking up for you. This is a angelic call to say that whatever God got for you is very special. He said he's cooking it up for you. He's marinating it for you, and he is going to release it to you into your life when you have the right people, you have the right mindset, and you have the right knowledge and the resources that you need to be able to maintain that thing. He's not just going to give it to you to snatch it away or let the IRS take it or somebody else abuse it. He needs you to be around the right environment of people to be able to give you this thing. So it's already on its way. God say it's cooking, okay? He also says that all of your hard work is about to pay off. So this word is not only for me, but it's for you. If you've been working hard, you know that you are magical. You know that you are doing things that your family and your bloodline never expected you to do. You're pressing forward in the kingdom. You're doing stuff that you didn't even know you was capable of doing. You're becoming a different person that you didn't even know was possible for you to become. You are releasing negative, toxic relationships and habits and things like that. If you've been doing the hard work, it's about to pay off, okay? And you deserve better if you are unhappy with anything in your life right now. So God was even saying your health, you look in the mirror, you're not happy, your hair all over your head, you haven't took time to properly groom yourself, you don't get enough sleep, you overcompensate, you talk too much during conversations, you tell too much, you give too much, you do too much, where you don't value yourself and take care of yourself and do those self-care practices. God said if you're unhappy with lack of boundaries in your life, that's up to you to change. He says that you deserve better. So what I wrote down specifically was, you deserve better if you are unhappy. So basically, what makes unhappiness is that you're not doing the things that make you happy. You're not doing things that fulfill you. So on the journal write tonight, God had me to write down. He told me he wanted me to discuss, not only am I like a superstar, I'm magical, all this good stuff. He says that he wants me to think about what am I hiding from and what am I afraid of. So I'm the type of person who, and he's asking me also, and you're masking your fear with relationships or connections. So he's wanted me to ask myself, or to come to understanding of why I get in relationships and I mask behind those relationships versus just being boldly and authentically who he birthed me to be. So not only do I get on here and inspire you guys, but when I start releasing prophetic words and being obedient to the Holy Spirit, when it begins to flow, God deals with me in my own internal darkness and things that I need to dig up so that I can be a better coach to you all. So, Blessed Tribe, he's asking all of us, because we're connected, right? So he said, what are you hiding from or afraid to face and masking with relationships? And he's mainly talking about romantic relationships and those friendships that you overcompensate, overgive, do too much, beg to be invited to tables, be the last person to be invited and you still show up, stuff that you do when you had low self-esteem. So he's saying, why are you continuing to, even me, he's asking me, why have you been in those relationships or masking behind those type of relationships, romantically and just friendships or business partners, even working for a job that devalue you every single day, let you know that, it's okay for them to disrespect you. Why did you do those things, or why are you currently doing those things? So I wrote down when I started journaling, because I began to do it so that I can share, so you guys could know how to actually do this journal prompt. So what I wrote down for myself is the childhood trauma. And one of the things that happened during my childhood is that I was abandoned by both of my parents. My mother was always present in my life, but she was mentally going through her own challenges, so she wasn't able to be an on-course mother and have me in the right environments. So I chose to go live with my grandmother, who tried her very best to help me live a fabulous life, which I did. That's why you see the woman you see today, because she is a great contribution to who I am. And she taught me skills. I had aunties. I had a lot of people to sow into me. But to not have your own mother vouch for you in a special way, it creates a level of abandonment inside of you. And no reassurance as a child from your biological parents. Now, I had reassurance from family members, grandparents. They're designed to love on you. So when you hear it from them, it doesn't hit the same as it does when your biological parents tell you. My mother and father split because of differences, and because of that, I really didn't see my father a lot growing up on a consistent basis, where every weekend I knew he would come. Every so often I knew we would get in financial support to help us out so our lights would get cut off. We wasn't getting that when I was younger. So all that I'm discussing now is childhood trauma. And never feeling wanted by both of my parents. I know they love me. Even today, I know my father loved me. But growing up as a child, I never felt loved by my biological parents. Even before my mom passed, when I used to go to the altar, when they used to call altar prayer, I always used to ask my uncle to pray for me that I can mend the relationship with my mom, because I always wanted that little girl and relationship with her mom, and I never had that. But even as we got older, I was able to get that before she transitioned. So prayer does changes things, because that is one of the prayers that I am so grateful that God granted me with before she transitioned, because I was able to have that relationship with, as a grown girl, I was able to have a relationship with my mom, but it took me back to when I was 7 and 9 years old. The things we used to talk about and do, it brought me so much joy, because I always yearned that deep down in the pits of me to have a relationship with my biological mother and father. And even as today, me and my dad, we have an awesome relationship. He invests in me every chance he gets. He tries his best to make sure that he shows me he's present. He is remorseful for everything that he neglected doing back then. And I am just blessed to be in a position I am with both of my parents. So what I'm discussing now is childhood, okay? So the second thing I wrote down about answering the question about what are you hiding from, or afraid to face, and masking with relationships. So the second thing I wrote down is hiding my greatness in other people. And basically hiding behind other people, because I never wanted to be the center of attention. I always wanted to, just in a fun way, but never really being taken seriously as the center of attention, especially intellectually or something like that. I've always wanted to just be the fly on the wall. I always wanted to just blend in. I never really wanted to be the face of anything. I would give great ideas and say, you go do it, girl. You got it. I would be that person. So I know all of my friends would vouch and say that I am a hype woman. I am a hype woman. I am a hype man. Listen, I will hype somebody up and they will be like, listen, Jess said I can do it. I can do it. Okay. So God say, when I was doing this journal writing, I was faced with that. So basically, I'm masking my fears by hyping other people. And God says it's time for you to embrace your superstar. It's time for you to understand that you are my chosen star. You are special to me. You are important. You are valuable. And I care for you dearly. So the same thing with you. God say, think about how you're masking behind things and hiding in relationships. And how is it hindering you from being the superstar He birthed you to be? I know this was a lot. I know that this was heavy. It was for me. I don't know about you, but I know that I needed to release this on tonight. And I'm praying that you was able to receive some sort of revelation from anything that I shared. If you did, like the video, come back up here each and every day. I'm going to be giving you guys another mental health motivational word. I am retiring tonight. What time is it? 8:52. I'm gonna be in the bed by 9:30. Okay, I need my rest. Make sure you get your rest. Continue to do some of those self-care practices. Do a facial routine. Go sit in somebody's chair and make yourself be beautiful. If you know how to do your own hair, make sure your hair is in place, making sure you are looking at people in the eye when you're talking to them, being very confident, setting boundaries, telling people no, telling people hell no if they act like they don't understand the first time when you say no. Make sure that you are setting things in place so that you can be happy, because God said you are a superstar. What you do is going to rain down on your family, and that you are one of the people who are going to make a difference in people's lives. You have qualities that says that you are because I got these from Google too. Google is really good. So it says that you are magical. You are inspiring. You are hopeful, full of hope. You are positive, and you happy. So if you're not happy with something going on in your life, you deserve to be some of the things that God just spoke about, far as being a superstar and changing some of those things. So I'm hoping that this word bless you on tonight. Remember to continue to support the channel. I'm going to go in after I'm done here and change the prices on my website. I am going to leave them that way, maybe for like a week and a half or so. So if you're wanting to get on a one-on-one session with me, I will be putting a discount on the sessions. I'll be taking $5 off all sessions except the introductory session. That one's going to stay the same. I love you guys. Have a fabulous, fabulous night. Love on your kids. Say a good prayer. And remember that the Blessed Tribe, I'm supporting you guys. I hope that you guys are actually doing the work and doing your own prompts about the things that I'm sharing. Because everything that I'm sharing, I want you to transfer it to your life. How can you make it apply to your life and better your life, okay? So you've been working hard. All your hard work about to pay off, okay? I love you guys. Have a great night.